Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with your Xrp Daily News in 0 to 10 minutes. Let's go. So guys, let's check out this information here. I think this is pretty significant. I hope you guys are seeing and understanding what happened with the Series C funding with Ripple. It's pretty outstanding. Ripple begins 2020 with 49 job openings in the US, UK, Brazil, Japan, Singapore, Dubai, and India. Holy cow. So let's check this out. As 2020 begins, Ripple appears poised for a global expansion. The company currently has 49 open positions spread out around the world, including in the US, UK, Brazil, Japan, Singapore, Dubai, and India. 16 of the positions are for engineers who will continue to develop Ripple's payment solution and help clients integrate its software. Ripple is also looking for senior managers in Sao Paulo, London, and San Francisco. The company's job listings also highlight the company's efforts to boost adoption of the digital asset XRP. There are currently 8 openings at Spring, Ripple's fundraising and development arm that's focused largely on growing the XRP ecosystem. So here are some of the job listings. SDK and Tools Engineering is Spring, Partner Engineer, Senior Infrastructure Engineer. So some of you smart guys out there. Senior Product Manager, Spring Developer Services, Senior SDK and Tools Engineer, Senior Software Engineer, and Rust Software Engineer, Spring Developer Tools, Vice President of Developer Relations at Spring. Ripple owns more than half of the total supply of XRP. They love to state that, don't they? The company recently raised $200 million in a Series C fundraising round, which values the company at a whopping $10 billion. Yes, that is with a V. Very interesting, quick to the point article here on the Daily Huddle. But I do like the fact that I mentioned this in the beginning. I hadn't even read the article, but the Series C funding was about, a large part of that was about being able to hire people. Of course, a lot of us are speculating on the other things, like whether or not they're going to IPO, whether or not they're going to be doing more acquisitions, or in fact that they may become an acquisition themselves, right? So is it going to be an IPO? Is it going to be an STO? Is it going to be an acquisition, or are they going to be the ones doing the acquiring? We shall soon find out. But obviously, a big part of the Series C funding was about bringing on more employees, bringing on more smart people. Let's see what else I got. Let's go on to the next article that I thought, for me, was pretty interesting. So here's the title of this thing. It says, Ripple's yearly report from dumping fear, uncertainty, and doubt to being valued at $10 billion. Very few companies survive the aftermath of the ICO hype. Ripple is one such company that was inspired by ideologies of Bitcoin and built to make cryptocurrencies better, faster, and more secure. Although the narrative around Ripple and XRP has changed over the years, both have done more than just survive. They have flourished. As the years come close to an end, Ripple raised $200 million in the Series C round, reportedly valuing it at a whopping $10 billion. This article takes a peek into the past year to gauge Ripple's achievements and developments. So real quick, guys, Ripple, the payments company, unlike others, Ripple identifies itself as a payments company rather than a cryptocurrency company. Rightfully so, as they're aiming towards revolutionizing the payment sector using blockchain and cryptocurrency. In the payments field, Ripple has a major advantage due to its early start and is also making sure to lead by example. Ripple's Xcurrent, Xrapid, and Xvia, now known as ODL, or Xrapid is now known as ODL. Each of these has a role to play in reducing the inefficiencies and can be integrated into Ripple's network called the Ripple Network. It's 3 products, Xcurrent, now it's Xrapid is now ODL, and Xvia. The first product, Xcurrent, makes use of the blockchain technology to make payments happen and is widely used by more than 50% of Ripple's plethora of partners. Xrapid, now called ODL, is a rather attractive yet risky product that yet risky product that makes use of Xrp to provide liquidity for transfers across borders. This method is risky since regulation surrounding the use of digital assets hasn't been standardized around the world. And I will add, yet. The next product is Xvia. Xvia is a suite of software solutions that allow institutions to transact by leveraging the use of RippleNet. Not talked about much Xvia, but obviously it is significant product to look into. Over the course of 2019, Ripple has made considerable developments to improve the utilization of all these solutions. Perhaps the most important development is the use of Xrp, now known as ODL, if I haven't said that enough, a major financial provider. Projects, partnerships, Xrp, and more. Ripple has partnered with over 350 partners in 2019. In Q1 of 2019, Ripple entered partnerships with 13 major institutions: Euromex Bank, Senfren, JNFX, FTCS, Ali Bank of Kuwait, TransPayGo, and others. 5, JNFX, Senfren, TransPayGo, FTS, and Euromex Bank of the above partners have announced the use of Xrp to provide liquidity. So this is a little kind of behind because we all know about flash effects, right? So in Q2 of 2019, Xrp use, which is ODL now, use is shot by 170%. Additionally, a 30% increase in Xrp partners was also witnessed. This was mainly due to Ripple's partnership with MoneyGram in June of 2019, one of the top 5 financial service providers. Xrp works by leveraging Xrp to provide on-demand liquidity. It was also reported that Ripple's ODL was responsible for the transfer of 10% of Mexican foreign exchange trading. On November 25th, Ripple completed the $50 million investment commitment by investing the remaining $20 million in MoneyGram. However, Ripple reported the ODL's uses shot up by 75% from Q2 to Q3, and the dollar volume of ODL increased by more than 5 times in the same period. In addition, Ripple announced its acquisition of Team Algorand. Keep that in mind, it is really significant, to support the ongoing development of ODL. I think Algorand is going to be massive, and I think you're going to start to hear it mid-2020 to late 2020. You're going to start hearing more of Algorand. Speaking with AMB Crypto, and Xrp enthusiast with a screen name, Xrp Scan, stated, in 2020, I expect more ODL quarters would open and the existing ones would continue seeing even higher amounts of fund flow. Bridging 2 local non-USD currencies in under 3 seconds is the killer feature that has potential to take huge business away from traditional players in many of these inefficient corridors. As Ripple onboards new exchanges and speeds up payment within the inefficient corridors, I expect the network to touch new heights, both in terms of transactions and value transfers. And this is a guy, an Xrp enthusiast, guy or gal, calls himself Xrp Scan. Nicely done, Xrp Scan. The most important development in terms of adoption of cryptocurrencies took place by Ripple's investing arm Spring. It invested in projects like Forte, Kava Labs, Bolt Labs, Agoric, etc., all of which are trying to develop new and efficient methods to address different inefficiencies in blockchain. Forte focuses on gaming and is trying to solve on how to better align player engagement and develop a business model. At present, Forte is trying to leverage interledger protocol, Codius, and Xrp to improve cross-chain interoperability, security, and even liquidity. Forte, I think, is going to be massive. Gaming is going to be massive in the digital asset space. Kava Labs is the world's first interledger solutions provider and is working toward integrating companies and blockchains with interledger. Kava Lab tokens were recently launched on Binance's IEO Launchpad. Spring's development, Xrp Scan, stated, this is a long-term play that will see returns several years down the line. See how dev experience rich AWS and MSDN ecosystem is today. Okay, so I got 1 minute to cover the rest of this. Let's go. On regulatory front, in Q2, SEC announced that it would establish nodes on certain open source permissionless ledgers, such as the XRP ledger, to help inform its policy making. Moreover, UK's Financial Conduct Authority analogized XRP to ETH, which is recognized as a hybrid utility/exchange token, not a security token. Perhaps the most important development by Ripple in easing regulatory uncertainty is the move in Washington, D.C. Ripple announced that they had opened a new office in D.C. and they would focus on educating policymakers on cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. In addition to this move, Craig Phillips, former counselor to the U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, joined Ripple's board of directors to advise the firm on regulatory affairs. Susan Friedman and Ron Hammond, two officials with government backgrounds, have also joined the DC office. Ripple has joined the Blockchain Association Group to further the regulatory clarity for digital assets. And I'm going to end right there because my 10 minutes is up. Guys, I'm excited about doing this. I'm going to be doing more of these videos. It'll be Xrp Daily News in 0 to 10 minutes. This was the first one. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, listen, never ever forget this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. We'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.